I'm in the city of Derby and I'm at the start of the fifth and final section of the Derwent Valley Heritage Way. There are some magnificent buildings in Derby, and this is the Cathedral. We now have this easygoing path alongside the river. The Derwent is just down on our left and the city is across to our right. I'm looking back down the path that we've been walking on. On the right is the Derwent Travelodge Hotel. Simply cannot recommend Travelodge from my experience. A dreadful hotel chain. Pride Park, home of the local football team, Derby County. At 2.5 miles I'm continuing along this nicely made path. On the left of the path is the River Derwent, and on the right is Alveston Park Lake, looking rather nice in the morning sunshine. The River Derwent at this point is very still. It's almost like a pond, barely a movement on it. At the 4-mile mark, I'm looking back at the path I've just walked. The river's on the right in that case. I can't look forward because the sun is right into the camera, but the path for the whole 4 miles has been very flat and alongside the river. Most of it has been firm asphalt. The river is so calm, and it's an absolute picture as we walk alongside it. Here the river goes over a weir, and sat along the edge of the weir are all the geese. This part of the riverbank, we're back with the Earl of Harrington and his angling club. You may remember him from yesterday when he'd fenced off large parts of the riverbank. The Earl of Harrington, Chazza as he's known down at the Wetherspoons when he comes in, he's a bit of a stickler for the angling side of things, but we put up with him. Good old Chazza. And now we've got Derbyshire County Angling Club making wild threats. At 5 3/4 miles we've left behind the made up tracks, and we're now following this path through the field. River's on our left. We're just on the 6-mile mark. I'm looking back the way we've just walked. It's been an easy flat walk for the whole distance, and the river's been very close by. We're now following the riverbank still, but this path, although it's clearly signposted as the Derwent Valley Way, doesn't look as though it's very much used. It's quite overgrown in places. Well, at 7 miles we've been across a few fields, and we're coming up now to a gate and a farmyard. There's been a few signs, but the track hasn't been at all well worn. I don't think this section is used very much, at least by the walkers. And then we're into the small hamlet, small village of Ambaston. And it appears we have to continue up this lane ahead. Well, we came through that village, Ambaston, and now we're on this country lane. It says Shardlow 1.5 miles, and I'm wondering if we aren't on the lane all the way to Shardlow. Well, I can't say I'm very enthusiastic about walking down this long straight lane for the next half mile or so. This walk started off so well. Well, at the 8.5 mile mark and towards the end of this dreary straight section, it tells us we're entering the town of Shardlow, an 18th century inland port. Well, that long boring lane has dropped us off onto a busier or wider road which we have to follow. We're passing the pub, the Dog and Duck. I'm just looking back at it, I've just passed it, and we're heading on this way. I'm just passing the Shakespeare Inn. I'm just passing the parish church, but it's all locked up, we can't look inside there. Right in the front is the war memorial to the First World War men who gave their lives. They are named on some of the faces of the monument. On this side, it's interesting to see that the stonemason made a mistake with the third name down. He cut out the stone with the mistake on and put a new piece in. It now reads John Henschel. But over the years, what he disguised has now revealed itself, and we can see the cracks and the joins where he made that error. It's 9 miles now, and we're still trudging along this road. And at 9.25 miles we've reached Shardlow proper, and this is the Trent and Mersey Canal. There's some interesting old buildings here. Two pubs on the banks of the canal. This is the Malt Shovel, and over here is the New Inn. A little further along the towpath, we're coming to this very large marina. You see it's labelled Chapel Farm Marina. About a mile along the canal, a very pleasant walk past the marina, we come to this lock. If I look across at the board, it's the Derwent Mouth Lock. Well, that's it. 10.5 miles from our start today, and just over there is the Derwent running into this bit of the Trent and Mersey Canal, which I think I'm right in saying connects with the River Trent and the River Soar. Quite a junction of waterways at this point. Well, that's the end of day 5 of my walk along the Derwent Valley Heritage Way, and the end of the walk in total. Today it's been excellent. The first 5 or 6 miles very easy going alongside the river, then we seem to drift inland along some roads, but the last mile has been along this canal, which I always enjoy canal walking. There's always plenty to see. So that's our 5-day walk completed. Hope you've enjoyed what I'm able to show you. Till the next time.